What is up, everybody? My name is Andrew, and welcome back to Space Engineers Survival 2025. This is episode number 7, and we're continuing right from where we left off last time, which means it's becoming nighttime. And when it's nighttime, we do base building. We want to build up a little bit more of this base while we're here, and hopefully get I want to get the next floor done. So I'm thinking maybe we will... So the plans for now are underneath this, directly underneath this, I want more refineries. So probably this entire area, if I can get more steel plates so I can plan out stuff here real quick. Let's see, like a couple of those. Probably this entire area right here, we'll leave a block for walking, and then this right here will be the wall separator between this room and the next room. Why did I not grab that many steel plates? Oh no, I did, there's just something here. Oh, it's a random little block I can grab. Ooh, some more nickel as well. Why not just toss that into our ores container here? Since we're right here, might as well. There's our nickel, perfect. And I'll go ahead and toss some scrap metal in there so it can handle that once it gets to it. So yeah, this right here is going to be our room divider right here. And then what I might do is have on this side be the assemblers. So we might have assemblers down here at this level. So I think that should be fine if we do another level right here. And then we'll have yet another level down there being where the refineries are gonna go. So right here we'll do assemblers, and right down there we'll do refineries. But we're not gonna worry about the refineries yet. That's like a future thing. So yeah, plans so far, refineries right there. Underneath that, more refineries. Right here, we're gonna have all of the assemblers wherever we're gonna need right here on this level. And then below this level, probably right there, is gonna be where we're gonna have our hangar for our rovers and our ships and whatever. And right there, we'll have probably an entrance right here for ships. And probably on the other side right here, we'll have an entrance for cars so that the cars can get down there without having to drive all the way up there. And so at that point, let's see, this is where our assembler is. Probably go down 4 blocks, which would be down here-ish. This would be where the hangar is, which is still not an amazing place. I'd rather it come out down there, but that would be really, really low into the mountains. So at that point, I don't know. But yeah, that's the plan. That's the plan so far. Let's go ahead and try to mine out some of this area. So now that we have the Weevil changed, I'm not gonna say upgraded again, it is changed. It's different. Now that we have the Weevil looking strange, what we're gonna do is we're gonna try and mine out some of this area right here. And I guess we wanna grab most of the nickel, right? We don't necessarily wanna right-click mine out everything, but left-click mining is gonna take ages, so I don't know. Well, we'll just left-click mine as long as we can, that'll be fine. Okay, Weevil, you're coming with us. How much is your battery powered, by the way? It's 66%, so that's pretty good. Wait, you only have 4% power, hang on. Oh, okay, why did I think it had 60% power? I think it lied to me. Okay, go back on here. You need to charge up a little more, my friend. Okay, we definitely need to let this charge up some more. So you know what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna mine by hand for now. Get a little bit of this area out of here. Okay, I mined a little bit of it. It's going rather slowly though with the drill, so let's see how the Weevil Mark 1.5 is doing with its battery. So how are you doing with your battery? Why are you at stored power 0? Is your battery's not recharging, that's why. Whoops, okay. Well, now it's recharging. We need to increase our power output. That's one important thing, I think. And unfortunately we can't do anything with solar right now because it's nighttime, but increasing the number of wind turbines we have wouldn't be a bad idea. And how would we want to do this? So some of you guys gave me some pretty good suggestions for how I could do this pretty easily. What we could do is, if I get some steel plates, let me go grab some steel plates from our inventories over here. I think we might be out of iron as well, which is unfortunate. But if I get some steel plates, what I could do is I could go out. How far do you guys go out? You guys go out 2. Okay, so I could technically do something like this. From here, 1, 2, and same right here, 1, 2, and then same right here, 1, 2, and I could place another one of these on each of these areas. And then on this one, I could even do something like this, 1, 2, and place another one right there. And so that would be a more efficient sort of wind turbine setup. And then of course, the other thing I could do is I could have these kind of out a little further. Instead of being this close to the base, I can have them out a little further, have one up at the top, and then have one on each 4 corners. So one right there, one on this side, one on this side, and one on that side. And so you would essentially have 5 for the price of 1 in that case. I would need them a little bit further out though as well. So, I mean, that wouldn't be a bad idea. So what I really need is more steel plates though. And if I want more steel plates, I'm gonna have to go and grab more iron. So real quick, I'm gonna go and grab some iron by hand because the ship is not ready to go on a mission quite yet. All right, iron. I need a little bit of you to help me build my stuff. Okay, so armed with these steel plates, what I could do is I essentially want to make sure that this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I probably want to go out another, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So another 5. So we'll go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and this is going to be where our tower is going to start. Okay, so this is kind of the tower that some of you have suggested. Something like this where we have one of those on the top and then one on each side, and that would give us the 5 for the price of 1. So let's try it. Let's remove this one right here, and we're gonna replace it right there. So number 9, put it right there, and build that up. So that's gonna give us this one, which should have full optimal power. Since it not only is a little bit higher, but it also has more clearance. It's not giving us any more power because it was already optimal before as well, but yeah, okay, so remove these. Now what we wanna do is we want to, maybe we'll only go with the 1 tower for now, but I do wanna make room for another tower, so how far do we want it? We 1, 2, and we wanna make sure we have enough room for these, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, and then here. So this should be a good next tower. Okay, so we'll put our second tower on top of this one, which should be in the right spot. I think it's hard to see because it's very dark out right now, and we're of course doing this at night, which is the best time to do this, but there we go. Wind turbine right there. You should have full optimal power. You do not. What are you, is it these? Not like something. What could it not like? It can't be that, because this is far enough apart. I could remove these. Yeah, that's weird. It's only good. Why is it only good? How are you doing? Okay, so you're optimal now, but the other one's only good, so I don't know why. But anyways, if we have some interior plates, which we don't, let me grab some interior plates real quick so we can get these laid out. So a couple of interior plates. We can put these like this, one right there, and I should be able to fit one right here unless I misjudged. How big, how long are you guys? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And I went out 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 1, 2, 4, 5. How's my math not working? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2. 2, 3, 4, 5. Would you fit right there? Huh. Okay, you're optimal as well. So it looks like a lot of these are going to be optimal, which is very good. So thank you guys for this suggestion. This is probably going to make our power way better until the Reavers attack and destroy our structure. But for now, at least, we should be able to get a lot of these power things up. This one might not be great, but whatever. There we go. So instead of having 3, we're going to have 15 of these things up and running. Let's get some lights on here so I can actually see what we're doing as well. Okay, there we go. Now we can actually see where everything is. Even though they're not the brightest of lights because we don't have that stuff built up, we can actually see where that stuff is at night, which is good. Okay, so we still only have 3 of these running. We could get a couple more built up, but I think we ran out of iron again in our production here. Yeah, we did. Okay, so ideally we would get this thing up and running. Are you powered now? It's got 3.8% power. It's really not going very fast, but that's because our power situation is also very low. If I go and look at that battery in the control panel, I'll show you why. So if we look at the input, it's only getting 224 kilowatts of input. That's because other machines are using up stuff. So if we want this to actually charge a little faster, we can increase the input up to 4 megawatts of power, because it can take in 4 megawatts of power max. So yeah, that's what we want to do. We want to increase that by adding more windmills. So let's go ahead and do that. We're going to right click on this one, and actually we'll right click on a couple of these and we'll get these built up. So let's see what we have in here by default. We actually do have quite a bit in here, so that's pretty good. We're able to get this entire twin blade up. Let's see if this one's better than good, by the way. I don't know why it was being weird before, but let's see. 157, 4 away. Okay, so now it's running optimally. I don't know what that was all about, but it was strange. Here's another twin blade. Let's see how these ones are doing. That's another optimal one, good. Here we have a little bit of a twin blade there, and probably a little bit of one right there. But just with those extra 2, let's see how much fast that battery is doing. So go into control panel. Look at that battery, Weevil battery. It's now fully recharged in 2 hours, so we shaved off 2 hours of charge time with just adding those two. And the current input is almost 500 kilowatts. So yeah, let's keep doing that. And all components successfully withdrawn. Huh, I didn't realize they even had all the stuff on the base, but I guess we did. So here's another one. Let's build this one up, and this should shave off another little bit of charge time on that guy. Here is another one. And we do actually have some uranium, by the way, so we could also do a reactor if we could build up reactor components. I don't know that we would be able to, though, but 1, 2, 3, 4. Let me see what a reactor component requires. I think it's silver, but we'll double check that real quick. Production, reactor component, wherever it is, that's detector. Yeah, it requires silver and gravel. The gravel and the iron we can handle, but the silver we don't have any quite yet. So let's go ahead and put all this stuff in production that we couldn't build, and let's get another one of these built up. We're slowly shaving off charge time for our little ship. There's that. Okay, so let's see what our charge time is now that we've added those 3 extra ones. Looking at the Weevil battery, our charge time is now just 1 hour because we're getting almost a full megawatt of power with 900 kilowatts of power. So that's, you know, we've increased that quite a bit. We're getting a lot more power now on the base. And in fact, what I could do is I could go into my module. I know we have that speed module there. I could go ahead and toggle that off, which is going to slow down everything, but the battery should now go charge a little faster because we're getting more power there. Yep, it didn't charge that much faster, but it is now inputting a little bit more, which is good. What does the refinery, what ores do we have in here? We actually have some stone. I'll put that on the forefront because that'll give us a little bit of iron we can use. Of course, we need 3,000 iron, so that's not going to give us quite enough, but yeah, that gives us a little bit. I want to build up these also while we're at it. I don't know if we'll have the girders, but let me right-click all of these. We'll just get 4 to start. And let's see if I can get the stuff for that. I might be able to, because I think we might have bulletproof glass on us. No, we don't. Dang. Okay, well, bulletproof glass is one thing that I could be producing while this stuff is all stalled, because it only requires silicon. So let's produce, I don't know, 500 of that. That's going to cost 7,000 silicon. And if I look in my silicon, I don't know, where's the silicon? We don't have quite that much silicon, so I probably don't want to do this many. I probably just want to do like 300 then. But that should allow us to produce some of these. Okay, another twin blade right here. And followed by that, we're getting yet another twin blade right here. Doesn't have all the armor on this one, but it's at least generating us power. How much power, by the way? Optimal? Optimal? Oh, that's what I like to see. Everything is optimal. Let's go over here, control panel. Let's look at our battery and see how fast it's charging now. So 57 minutes here. We're getting over a megawatt of power, 1.13. Not bad at all. That's what I like to see. Okay, we should be able to actually take out the Weevil soon. This is all because I had this on not recharged, by the way. I was charging very slowly. It's at 14.5%. We'll give it a little bit longer. I suppose while we're waiting here, might as well fix up the Seagull, which sustained a little bit of damage in that fight last episode. Let's do that. We'll get a couple steel plates out here. Okay, so what we know from the Seagull is that it could use a little bit of extra flight ability. Because currently, when you fill up the Seagull with components and stuff, it can't actually fly unless you like if you max fill it. So what we could do, let's fix this real quick. We could add some more thrusters. And where would we do that? Probably not there. We'll do it on the back right here. We do have some space for some backup thrusters. Let's see, we could do something like that. Boom, boom, boom. And that might give it enough thrust. Right there are extra thrusters right there. So 3 extra thrusters should help a little bit. It's not going to help a crazy amount, but it should give us a little bit of thrust that we could definitely use. Ah! Okay, the Weevil has 24.2% power. I think that's enough for a short mission. So let's go ahead and turn this off recharge mode, unlock this, and we have a little bit of power. So let's go and get some iron with the Weevil. We don't have a crazy amount of power, but I'm gonna go ahead and turn off the stone ejectors. Let's fly on down to our iron area, wherever it is. It's a little hard to see at night like this, but it's over there. Yeah, it's over here. We just need to make sure we aim our giant spotlights where we want to go. All right, let's go get some iron, and it'll eject all the stone we get, so we don't have to worry about that. This is nice. And what I'm hoping while we're over here is that we'll be able to fill up our entire cargo container and then still be flying. So let's go ahead and check how's our cargo doing right now. So 3,000 there, 3,000 here, and we've about half filled up this one right here. But this is nice because we'll be coming back with a pure load of iron and not a bunch of stone. Stone is nice because it gives you a lot of materials, but it doesn't give you that much of it. That's the problem. So coming back with a full load of iron is a lot more beneficial to us. So we should be nearing the full cargo at this point. Yep, we're pretty much full here. Yeah, actually we're full, so good. And we can still fly, I'm pretty sure, right? Yeah, we're still able to fly. This is good. We only have about 5 or 4 minutes of power, so we gotta be careful here. Because again, as you fill up your cargo, your ship uses a lot more power to stay afloat, stay flying. I almost said, I tried to say flying and afloat at the same time, and it came out a flight. Stay afloat. Became British or Australian or something. Well, let's go ahead and bring this back to our landing area here. We'll go ahead and land it up, and I think that's a successful mission right there. Getting a full load of iron. Even though we've used up all the power that we waited so long to generate, coming back with a full load of iron is going to be really good. Let's go ahead and put this in its place. There we go. Press number 9, press number 8 to recharge, and we're good. I'll turn off the ejectors as well. So a full thing of iron, that's going to mean like, what, 30, 40K iron? Let's go to our refinery right here, and we'll go to our ores container right there. Yeah, 44K iron that we can bring right there. And I'm going to put this actually on the front as well. Let's bring back this silicon because I don't care about it that much. I'm going to put even more iron right there. And we'll bring back the nickel as well. Iron, fill the rest up with nickel, and we'll refine that as we need to. Perfect. Okay. We have plenty of iron now. This is good. This is really good. Excellent job, Agent Weevil. Okay, let's build up a couple more of these wind turbines. So here's one up top. It's missing a couple interior plates, but that's only the armor one, so it's fine. There we go, functional, and you should be optimal. Perfect. Functional and optimal is what we're looking for. So these, we can put everything in there except for the motors and interior plates, but those, rest assured, are being built on the base. It's just going to take a little bit for them to actually get there because there's a lot of them. We really need to get this assembler room up and running, which means probably what we want to do while we're waiting for those to go, we probably want to come through here. Let me back this off just a little bit, just a lot of it, actually all the way. And I want to try and mine out a little bit more of this so that we have the nickel, because I don't want to waste it. I don't want to just go right through it with the right-click miner, even though that would be easier. But I want to get rid of it so I can put stuff down there. So let's go and get the Weevil, which, by the way, it's been charging really well. It now has 40% power. So let's grab the Weevil. Let's disconnect it here. And let's fly it down here. Now, I will say the visibility on the Weevil is not amazing now that we have this cab cockpit. But what can you really do? It does give us a little more storage, which I do like. So let's get down here. We're gonna go in third person just so we can see what we're doing. Let's turn on those rock ejectors, or maybe not. We're so close to base that it probably doesn't matter. And let's try and get as much of this stuff as we can. You know what? A lot of this is stone. I mean, we have some nickel over here, but a lot of what we're getting over here is stone. So I wonder if maybe we just want to forget this little bit of nickel over here and keep that bit of nickel, because there's a lot of nickel back there behind me. Okay, finally we have basically a full container of nickel here, so let's go ahead and bring this back to the base. And I think I'm just gonna right-click mine the rest of this, because honestly, there's nickel everywhere. We have multiple nickel locations, and there's more nickel even at this location that isn't directly under the base. Okay, we gotta remember we can't just go point straight up like that. Okay, let's get ourselves over here and inch our way out of here if we can. Perfect. And let's go and connect ourselves to the little connector here. And perfect, let's press number 9 to connect, number 8 to recharge, and we're good. So yeah, I think we're gonna right-click mine the rest of this stuff right here, because look, it's not, I mean, there's still nickel right there, but we have nickel in there, we have nickel over there. Plus, even if we use up all that nickel, I'm pretty sure there's more nickel down the mountain over here. Well, there's cobalt over there. Nickel's pointing to over here. Yeah, so there's nickel there. We haven't even gotten to yet, because that's under this. So even if we mine up all of this nickel, there's more nickel down there. So I think I'm okay with right-click mining this stuff. Just gotta convince myself. But yeah, we should have a lot of nickel now on here. Yep, 95,000 nickel. By the way, after doing that, we actually should have enough for the wind turbines. So let's get those built up as well. So here's another wind turbine right here. We need to find some silver so I can get a better a better welder. That'd be nice. Or we can go to one of the encounters and maybe hope to find something inside the cargo containers. We do have that encounter up there, but I don't really want to go at night. So maybe next episode we'll take a trip with the Seagull. Get over there. Okay, let's weld this guy up, and this will be our last wind turbine. So at this point, we'll have 15 wind turbines powering our base. All of them, I'm pretty sure, being optimal as well. Yeah, that's optimal. That's optimal. No, that's not optimal. That's pretty good, but it's not optimal. And then this one's probably not optimal either. Yeah, because these are a little close to the ground, but I'm okay with having a couple that aren't optimal. This looks ridiculous, by the way, now. I wish they were all synced up. That would look cool, but... what the heck? Okay, anyway, we now have power for days, and we probably should notice that this is charging really fast, 33%. Let's see what the charging rate actually is. If I go to control panel and battery, we'll see that the Weevil battery is now charging at, oh, it's charging at max. It's got 4 megawatts of power, meaning it's fully recharged in 12 minutes. That's pretty good. That's really good, actually. Why is that the case? Probably because the assembler's not working right now. Yeah. Well, assembler, if you're not working, might as well make me some of those and some of these. But anyway, you should now be empty. Yes, you are. Perfect. Let's go ahead and disconnect you and turn you off, recharge, and we're gonna go and right-click mine what else is down here. So this area right here where we're planning on building our assembler room, we're gonna go ahead and right-click mine out the nickel. And maybe we'll right-click out mine the area underneath the assemblers too, because it actually looks like the nickel doesn't extend down. It looks like it ends kind of right there. All right, so at this point we mined out quite a large area. This is where we're gonna put our refinery. Actually, let me go in here real quick, go to our lights, and make sure they're all operating at max. There we go, that's much easier to see. Let's give them a nice color as well so that they're not doing full white. And there we go, much better. Okay, so we can now see kind of where we're gonna put, if I leave this flying here for a second, we can see where we're gonna put the refineries. So we're gonna have extra refineries under here that are going to be more specialized. So these ones are general refineries. They'll refine anything they want. But down here we'll have specialized ones that'll only be like a iron refinery, like a silicon refinery, or a uranium, you know, stuff like that. And we'll have those down here. Let me actually right-click mine a little area under there as well. All right, for now at least, that's not bad. So let's go ahead and fly up back to our little area. Did I break this thing somehow? No, I didn't. So why are you not, did I break this one? No. There we go. Okay, for some reason it wasn't working, but there we go. It should be working now. You're on recharge, right? Yes. Okay. So yeah, now we have a big area that we can work with down here. And this is where we're gonna end up putting our assembling stuff. So if I have more, let me grab the color of the base here. And let me go to the correct block. But so this is gonna go out one extra on this side. So this is gonna be like a walkway, sort of. And then it's gonna go out one more, which is gonna be the wall. So I'll put this up for a wall so that we know that this is where that is. And then we can have our assembling room kind of over here. And I think we might use these assemblers right here. Let me see what they have. So they actually have 2 slots as well, just like the other assemblers, which I think the other assemblers might have even more than 2. Oh, they've got 3 slots. Wait, they've got 4 slots. Hang on. These assemblers have 4 slots, whereas the other assembler has 2 on that side, 2 on that side, and then 1 and 1. So it has effectively 3 slots. But this one does have the 4 slots, so I think we might end up using it like this. Now, we don't want to stick them right here because this is where our elevator is going to go. And in fact, I don't want to use armor blocks either. I'd like to use interior blocks. So my interior plates, we're going to go all the way down here with interior plates. And then we're going to do a wall right here, I think. All the way down again, and then up for our wall. You know what, actually, I might do it like... Oh, actually, that's not a bad idea. Hang on. I like this. Instead of having a wall... Yeah, actually, this is what we're going to do. We're going to do our refineries like this. One right there. One right there. One right there. So then when you're on this level right here, you can actually see the refineries right there. We'll have the modules up top right there. Yeah, okay, I think I like this for our assemblers. So we'll have 1, 2, 3, 4 assemblers, each with full modular capabilities. So 1 on the bottom, 2 on the back, and then 1 on the top. We'll have it accessible from the refinery room, so you can actually go into here and check it out. However, it's going to not interfere with the elevator shaft right there. So probably what we'll end up doing then is we'll put a container somewhere, which is going to be our ingot container. Where we'll put it. We'll find a place to put it. And then we'll use that for these. Actually, I almost want to put it here because this is somewhat secure. Or maybe, actually, maybe I just put it directly under this. We could do a large, yeah, if we do it directly under this, they won't connect because they don't have connectors on the top and the bottom. And what I could do is I could pull ingots out into there like that. So this would be a three-way, and then bloop, pull them down into there. And then this would go directly into these. Because I'm thinking I'll probably have a second layer of assemblers down here as well. So at that point, this is getting a little crazy. We'd have up to 8 assemblers in this base, but this actually fits really well because then we could also have our refineries down here, and the refinery takes up 4 blocks, which would be 1, 2, 3, 4, which means it would be perfect to be at this height right here. So I think this is actually turning out pretty well then. We have a big assembler capability. We have our elevator, which, by the way, the elevator shaft is looking very deep right now. It's a scary elevator shaft at this point. There we go. For OSHA compliance reasons, I have a set of stairs just in case our elevator does break. We have a way to get up to the top again. Okay. Man, we're gonna need to weld up a lot of this stuff because at this point it's becoming overwhelming how many unwelded blocks we have. But I like where this is going, and I think this... Well, there's nothing that I think. I like it. Okay, let's build this up first. This is going to be our ingots container, and if we need a second ore or ingots container, we can build one just adjacent to it right there. So we'll make sure we leave that space for it if we need it. Now I will probably want to undo that if that's going to be there, because those are going to clash with each other. But for now, it's probably fine. What do we have in our build planner about? Oh, just this. Okay. Let's put those all the way down there and prioritize this stuff here. Are we out of cobalt, or is that just... Okay, no, we're not out of cobalt. Phew. Man, that would have been a disaster. Never want to be out of cobalt. Okay, so you are going to change actually into a triple one. So instead of this, it's going to be this. Not a C, but a T. Perfect. We'll have to build that up as well. Make sure we grab the parts for that. There we go. And we're essentially just going to have a sorter that's going to pull things down into here. Okay, there's at least our metal grids. Now we'll wait for that motor to be built up, and then we'll have this ingots thing. While we're at it, might as well go and do this. So this is going to be, we'll do a normal one, and then I guess we'll do the sorter right here. Okay, this right here should be the industrial cargo container. I'm going to rename this to container, we're calling these base storage actually. So base storage, ingots. So far we have base storage, ice, ores, and ingots. So that's good. Yeah, it's building construction components. Okay, while it does that, what I want to do is bring this down to our next level so that we have this continuously going down. And this is going to come all the way down to this bottom level here. So it's going to go down, 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 and right there, I think. This right here is going to whitelist only ingots. But I'm not going to drain all quite yet because I still need this stuff to work until I get this all set up. So we're going to have this connect into that, and then it's going to have another sorter that's going to pull into here. Okay, so here's what I'm thinking. We want to connect this ingots container to all of our assemblers right here, and then we want to connect all of that back up to the main grid. So I think what we do is, since this is already only going to be ingots, we're going to go straight out one, then we're going to turn right here, then we're going to go straight again. We'll do a T-junction right there. We'll go straight up right there. We'll go straight down right there, and then we'll connect into this guy right here. Except instead of doing it this way, what I'll do is... How about right here, I'll do a T-junction. Going that way. Then I'll turn in right there. So from this T-junction, I'll go straight one. Oops. We'll go, yeah, straight 1, 2, and then down. Actually, yeah, better idea. Okay, back this up. So instead of doing a T-junction back here, what we'll do is we'll do an all-way junction, conveyor junction right there. We'll go down one right here. So down and then curve into there. Turn that the right way. Yep, curve that into there. Then right here, we'll go up one and then curve into there, just like the other one did just now. So curve that into there. Meanwhile, from here, we're going to go straight from here. So straight 1, 2. Then we're going to go T-junction here. This is a little bit harder to conceptualize because we don't actually have the assemblers put in yet. But it's going to go from there down here, down 1. And then it's going to curve into where the assembler will go. Again, hard to conceptualize because it's not placed yet. but I'll place it in a second. You'll see what I mean. So we'll curve into there. Then this one will go up right here, and we'll curve into here.
Energy low.
Low energy. Okay, that's fine. Curve into there, and that should be all of our things connected. Now, what we want to do as well is we would like to connect this back up to the main grid. And for that, what I can do is something very simple. No, not very simple, actually. Hang on. Well, this is essentially going to be this. So we'll have an assembler right there, an assembler right there. So the best way to connect this back up to the main grid, I could quite simply just go right back up here. And I think for now, that might be what we do. We're going to do another conveyor sorter right here. And the only thing this conveyor sorter is going to do is it's going to cut out anything that's... It's going to blacklist ingots. So ingots can't come back through here, but, you know, components and ores and whatever you need can come back through here if they're already in this system. Okay, so that's a lot of stuff to build. But we should be able to build it with the amount of iron that we have. And once we have this built up, it's going to help us out a lot with our assemblers, because we can have multiple assemblers instead of just the one. And I think what I'm going to do as well is I'm going to color code different segments of pipe. So this pipe right here will be color coded a pipe that means it's just for ingots. And that's how we'll know not to connect to like this pipe, for instance, since it is an all-way connector. Okay, we do need to get power. So let's go and grab power real quick. And then we'll get to work on that stuff. So power first, then work. We got the sun coming up as well. Very nice. Okay, so we'd like to build things simultaneously. We want to get all this stuff built in the build planner. So let's go ahead and right click this, this, this. I want to get this one as well. Then this one, and I'd like to get this one. And then let's get this first assembler built up. So we'll right click all those and we'll try and get what we can. I'm going to put everything else in production, which is going to be a tall order, but I'll right click this stuff here. And we should have the iron for that. Shouldn't be that bad. And let's start building this stuff up. So starting with this one, looks like we're missing motors and construction components for a lot of this stuff. But that's fine. We'll come back and get those built in. Can I get anything for the assembler, I wonder? No, not really. Okay, well, it's going to take us a little bit to get all this stuff built up. But it's fine. It's an investment into our future. Yeah, this is going to take ages. What I could do, though, is I could remove that. Actually, once I get my first assembler, I'll probably remove that one and place it there, so we have two assemblers going instead of the one. And then that'll help out a lot. So at this point, it's pretty much a waiting game, which means while we're waiting for that, let's go on another quick iron expedition with the Weevil, which should have 100% power. It does. Nice. That's good to know. That's good to see. Okay, off recharge, disconnect, and let's go and get some iron. Are we already at max capacity? I think we might be. Yeah, we've already got max iron. Wow, that was really quick. Okay, well, let's get ourselves back to base. I think probably hardly anything's been built because that went so quickly. I wonder what that big yellow button does at the top of my screen. On the cockpit there. Looks very menacing. That looks very menacing too, by the way. That's horrifying. You would not want to get caught up in there. Okay, let's go and park this guy. There we go. And that's more iron for us, which we'd like to see. Okay, let's see how far we've gotten with this stuff down here. We are getting there. Actually, you know what? What I can do is I can go ahead and remove this setup right here already. Yeah, I can remove that setup right there and build up this setup right here with the blocks, or with the stuff from that. So the only thing that we want right here, currently it's not going to do anything. Actually, wait, no, it could do, hang on. Yeah, actually, here's what we're going to do. We're going to go in here, conveyor sorter. We're going to say blacklist ingots, because we don't want ingots to come through this one. And we're not going to drain all. We don't care about draining all right now. We might drain all later if we do a like a components container like we did before. But for now, we're not going to have that set up. Here, we're going to drain all ingots, so it pulls them all into our ingots container right there. Perfect. What I like to see. And then what we're going to do is we're going to build up this stuff with the remaining blocks from here. So I should be able to grab a couple more. Yep, there we go. That should give us this one and this one. And finally, we're going to remove the assembler that's all the way up here, and we're going to put it down there. So assembler, you're going to turn off. It's already probably off, but you're going to turn off, and we're going to put everything in a cargo container. Go. Go ahead and remove the assembler if we can. And we're just gonna happily place it right there. And just like that, we have another item that's not gonna be on the main deck of our base. The main deck of our base is getting quite small now. I mean, large. You got a lot more space is what I'm trying to say. A lot of this stuff's getting moved over, and eventually this might even get moved over. But for now, let's keep going. So this right here, it looks like we do need a couple more motors. Oh shoot, we need a lot more stuff than we had earlier. I guess the industrial assembler requires more. This is not good. That means somehow I have to procure motors, metal grids, computers. Okay, we'll find a way. Yeah, oh shoot. I messed up. I've goofed. All right, you know what? Here's what we're gonna do instead. Let's put all this stuff in here temporarily. We're gonna build back our normal assembler. We're gonna put it right here. Wait, no, you also require where'd my motors go? What the heck? My motors disappeared.
Inventory full.
All right, fine. Do you have motors? You have motors. Do you have metal grids? No. I feel like I got scammed. I lost some motors and metal grids in the transfer. Unless they're, wait, maybe they're still up there. Maybe I inventory fulled and they got dropped on the ground. No, I got scammed. Where's my stuff? All right, well, I guess we're building a bunch of computers. Okay, it's a waiting game. We'll build up our motors too. We can't build metal grids in this, but we can probably find some. 10 of those, why not? Okay, slowly but surely, the survival kit is churning out computers for us. We're almost there. We only need 30 more computers. We got the metal grids from the Seagull, because the Seagull had a bunch of metal grids in it. Right here. Well, oh, right here, I guess. Does it have computers, by the way? No, unfortunately, no computers inside the Seagull that I can see. But it does have a lot of stuff in there. Sun's coming up. It's almost daytime. Let's grab all the computers we can here. 15 more required. Once we have that, everything should go a little faster. We're all stuck on the, oh shoot, oh, this is the wrong way, hang on. 3 computers, all right. Look how slow they're going, by the way. This is how slow the survival kit goes. I've already forgotten. It's been like 7 episodes and I've forgotten how slow the survival kit is and how fast the assembler is. Okay, there we go. Build that one up and that'll be our industrial assembler back online. It only took, I don't know, 20 minutes. I don't know what happened to our metal grids and our motors and our computers. They just vanished. Unless it was damaged, but I don't think it was. Here we go. Let's speed this thing up. Okay, so what I want to do is I'd like to create all the components for this guy. Let's go to our assembler. Control panel, production. Yes, so you're the one. I'm going to call you industrial assembler lead. And so what I would like to do here is go boom. No, not that. Boom. And build up all that stuff, please. I think what we want to do on these is put some speed modules. And I don't know that we necessarily need the power efficiency modules anymore. We'll see what the speed modules do to it. I'll put the speed modules on the bottom, I think. So let's grab some steel plates and see if we can put those in. Yeah, we do have some steel plates. Nice. So I'm going to throw a speed module. Let's throw a speed module on the top. Why not? So we can very easily turn it off if it's going too fast. So we'll grab everything we can for that. Because if we can build that up, that'll double the speed of this thing. Okay, there we go. We've got the speed module set up. I want to see how much you're using now. How much power. So your production speed, 200%, good. But your required input's now 1.12 megawatts, which is double what it was before. It's fine because we're producing a lot of power. And it's also going to help us out here. This stuff is going blazingly fast. I mean, we could even throw a second speed module on here if we wanted to, because we have enough power to do so. So maybe one right here. We need steel plates to do it. I do wonder how fast these computers are going to go with the speed module in here. This is with one speed module, and we're about to get a second speed module going. Let's go pretty fast. Let's see. Can I withdraw 11 computers? Okay, we'll give it a second. Let me withdraw all those 11. There we go. And so that should be a second speed module here. And let's see if it actually does have a better return as well. With 2 speed modules, we're now doing 300%. Okay, but we are requiring another bunch of megawatts of power. But now we at least have this thing blazing fast right there. So let's get our second one of these up and running. And it's gonna take a little bit to do. I'll shift click some stuff in production again. Yeah, so we're gonna have to wait again, but luckily, I mean, look how fast it does motors. That's really nice. I think probably having all speed modules on the main one is going to be good, because the main one sometimes gets caught up and it ends up doing the most of the work, whereas the backup ones, they do a lot of work, but they don't do a crazy amount of work like the main one does. They can get stalled and stuff like that. All right, just a few more steel plates and we should have our second assembler up and running. There we go. Okay, let's come down here and build up our second assembler. And here it is. It's going to take a second to build up. But our second assembler, so we'll be able to run them in cooperative mode now. So that'll be the master assembler over there on our right, and this will be kind of a backup assembler that will help it. So all we need to do to make this happen is we just need to go into here, and we need to say cooperative mode. And what's going to happen is it's going to start automatically receiving tickets, or items, not tickets. But what I was saying when I was saying the cooperative ones can get stalled is, for instance, if this has a bunch of stuff that it needs to produce, like this, but it has a stalled item in the first slot, what's going to happen is it's not going to delegate until you remove that stalled item. But now that we removed it, it started delegating to these guys. So yeah, that's what I meant by the first one. The main one is the most important. The other ones can kind of get stalled over time if you run out of materials. But yeah, okay. I'd say this is a pretty decent production update. We've got our assembler producing at blazing fast speeds. Heck, I might as well go in here and tell it to produce a couple construction components, because you know we're gonna need them. I'll tell it to produce a bunch of those as well, and a bunch of these. It's gonna cost a lot of iron, but it's fine. Probably next episode, we're gonna look toward building a proper mining ship so that we can actually, you know, get ahead of the ore needs before we actually need them. But yeah, I think this has been a pretty successful building episode with some additions being made to the base. With an entire new floor down there. But yeah, since the sun is up, I'll leave this all until next episode, where we'll go and produce another mining ship and maybe do some mining. We might even attack another thing. Let me know what you guys want to see in the next episode. If you like this episode, please go ahead and hit the like button. The series is progressing pretty well. We've got a nice base going. We've got our assembling setup done. We've got our refining setup done, or at least started, not done, but it's in a good spot. So yeah, if you'd like to hit the like button, put your comments and your suggestions down below in the comments section, and I will see you all in the next episode of Space Engineers Survival 2025.